Hi everyone, this is April with Flowers from the Foss family. We garden in a zone 4A, and today I'm going to show you our backyard garden, but first I want to show you this really beautiful transformation of our porch. So we've lived here for 25 years, and in those 25 years I personally have not used the porch. Our kids have used it for all kinds of things, and I guess I have used it because I had my elliptical trainer in here for many years. And then last summer, at the end of summer, my husband took everything out of it and cleaned it out. And so the obsession began to make this space that I never had used before absolutely perfect. I wanted everything to just match perfectly, and I wanted to have a certain feeling, and I knew the feeling, but I needed to find the right paint colors. And so we used to rent the upstairs of our house, and so there was a wall right there where the light switch is. And then 18 years ago, when Jonathan was born, Matt put a hole in the wall so we could easily go upstairs and we had no more renters. And we did paint it back then, and it was an ugly like cream color. So all those years, for 18 years, it had that ugly cream color. And I knew that I wanted the feeling to feel moody and have like an elegant feeling in the hallway. And then I wanted the porch to be bright, like you were walking out into this bright space. And so I knew what the feeling I wanted to have, but I had to search for the right colors, and that was fun. And I used a Chat GPT for that, and that was super obsessive actually, but I found the perfect colors and I really loved how it turned out. Matt did a really good job on everything. That little sconce there was, I used the rechargeable light trick because we have no electricity right there, and we cut the wires off, and this little spot was hard to record because it's so small. The door had to be replaced. The door, look at how we had it. We had it locked with a piece of wood. We put in a brand new screen door, and Matt trimmed it all out, and he just did finish that. So I need to go in and paint that, and I hope I can get to that soon. He's also really busy on making screens for these windows, so only one of them had a screen, and there were lots of missing windows. And so he had to put brand new windows in, and he does all the hard labor like that. And I painted the sunroom with a paintbrush. I don't like to use a roller because it just, I don't know, I just like it's like therapy or like meditative, I guess, using the paintbrush. I just really like it. I like detailing, and I don't know, I just enjoy using a paintbrush and not a roller. Plus the beadboard is really hard to paint with a roller, and also the side of the house. There's just no way I would have been able to use a roller. And so all these plants were in the house at one point, and I wanted all the plants in the sunroom. I don't know, sometimes I call it a sunroom because I grew up with a sunroom and that's what we called it. And but I want to say porch. So it's a porch. There's his workbench there making the screens. He has 2 of them made so far. Actually 3. He has 3 of them made, and he has like 4 more. So it'll take a little while, but that's okay. Actually, I hope he gets them done soon because we have Jonathan's graduation this Saturday. I used to never ever have plants. I hated plants. I didn't like them. I don't know, just maybe because I was raising kids and busy with raising kids, and I didn't have any space to take care of anything else. But now I have plants everywhere, and they actually have a gnat problem that I'm trying to eradicate, which is becoming an annoying thing. So, but I just love these hanging ones. I love how they're hanging there, and we have little special hooks that Matt drilled into the trim there. There's little Charlotte. Charlotte, that's November. That was last, I think it was August. So it looks so different. I can't get over how different it looks and how much work we've put into it. And it's just somewhere that we really truly enjoy sitting. And I mean, it was pretty nasty. So Matt's initial cleaning of it, you know, just started off this like, I need to make everything perfect. And then November helped me. She helped paint the floor for like 5 seconds, but she just wanted to try it, and she thought it was really neat. And so, like I said, I'll share all the
We're getting
colors.
there,
I
aren't
really
we?
love that brown color. It's called Bateau Brown. It's really cute. I actually used it in my sister's hallway. I designed her hallway in her house, and that's on her walls. And it's the perfect color for my floor in this porch to match. The walls are angelic, and the trim is called Acacia Haze, and then the doors are red and point. And so I'll type those on here just so you can see. I love the diffuser. It smells so good in there. So this is evening. So the first part of the video was in the morning, and the evening is my favorite. I love the light coming in through those windows, and this is when it gets the sunlight. The morning it gets a little bit, but mostly it comes in the late afternoon and the evening, and I just love sitting in here. And but yesterday was it was a little too hot. This is one of my favorite plants. So I just am showing you that it does look a little bit different, a little bit glowier in the evening. This wicker set we found last year. So I went on like this Facebook search to find the perfect furniture for this porch, and so I found them on Facebook, and they were $500, and I couldn't get over it because they're so nice. The fan was a must, so that's the only like electricity that's in this room, and thank goodness there's, you know, we could do that because we definitely need a fan in there. One little piece of artwork, well, I guess I have another one, but this one I just thought matched so cutely. I just love that little tiny picture. I think I got that at Target. And so this is just something that I'm really proud of, and we did so much work, Matt and I just am so proud of us. Now I will show you our backyard garden. So our backyard garden is nowhere near as prolific as the front yard, for a bunch of reasons. It's just a lot to take care of, I guess, and we had a lot of things die, which was disheartening, and we just spent a lot more time on the front garden just with everything, which is fine. So it's not, I have to remember that everything doesn't have to be perfect right now, that it takes time. And so I mean, Matt has laid down like 70 bags of mulch. And it's an expensive hobby. So that's all right. We'll just take our time. That's a barberry. There's 2 hydrangeas right there. One is I think it's called a Fit Fire Fab. Is that what it's called? I'm really horrible at remembering that one. But the other one is a Limelight Prime. Some yarrow. And so there are quite a few things in here. It's just not as compact as the front yard. I don't know what those are, but they were cute until we got all that rain. There's lilies right there. Day lilies, I think they are in there. We got them from my neighbor, so I'm not really quite sure. The poppies that we started in the house, some more yarrow, the baptisia that I planted last year. It's really, really cute. I hope it gets big. The zinnias that I started in the house were so nice and just healthy looking, and then we put them in the ground and they look like they're going to die. I don't know what happened because I got them used to the outside. Can't even think of what that's called, but I got them used to the outside. It was, quite a while, and they look awful. So this Sweet William has 4 different colors, which I really, really love. I just want just a mass of this Sweet William because for one, it smells really good, and for 2, it's such a bright, pretty color in the garden. The snapdragons are falling all over, and those snapdragons, actually, those like coral colored ones, smell really good. They smell like I don't know, apple blossom or something. I'm going to cut the flowers off so they bush out. But I'll probably do that after Jonathan's graduation party because I want some color, even though it's pretty pathetic looking. Those snapdragons are supposed to be 60 inches tall. They're having a hard life. All the snapdragons, the tall ones, are really having a hard life. So we had 2 roses back here, and one died, and then that one that you just saw is surviving. Not thriving, but it's surviving. This peony is from my neighbor. It just got huge this year with so many blooms, and this also has a really, really pretty smell. So there's not a lot. I mean, there's sedum right there. I like this creeping thyme. It's really has gone to town. It looks good. But I would say yes, it's a ground cover, but it's not a weed suppressor. There's so many weeds in there that I just pulled out the other day. The grasses are really nice and really big this year. This is a Millennium Allium. There's alyssum tucked in all over the place that reseeded. We did not put that in there. It just reseeded from last year. This dianthus I thought was dead for like 2 years. The middle one is dead. So, but they are blooming. There's there's tons of volunteers in here, and we're going to let a lot of it go. There's cardboard on lots of, see, there's cardboard right there that we need to cover up with mulch. But we're trying to suppress the weeds as much as we can. So there's patches of cardboard under lots of things, but then the places where you see like a bunch of green, so those are volunteer things that we're letting grow. So we have something back here. This is a really pretty red snapdragon. Some irises that we separated and he just planted around the garden. Yeah, these snapdragons are just having a really hard time, and I'm trying to put it in the fence here, and I don't know. They need to get bushier. They're just not strong enough. There's volunteer cosmos and volunteer Levin and Mist. There's tons right there. I can't wait to see those. I hope they just grow in a big, huge mass. There's phlox. There's an incredible hydrangea. There's tons of volunteer coneflowers, like right next to this spirea. This is all volunteer coneflower, and I'm gonna let it grow because there's nothing right there. And that spirea got chewed all the way down, and I can't believe how good it looks. You just don't know if things are gonna survive after they are traumatized like that. We have one heuchera back here. Matt started that coleus in the house, and it looks really good and big. Tons of astilbe. Fern, Matt loves ferns. Bleeding heart that has, gone over now. And then the lamium back here compared to the one in the front by the mailbox looks so good. It's so pretty. Lamium is so pretty. I love that color. But it's thriving right here. It doesn't do well up front on that hill by the mailbox. All the spireas, we have tons of spireas down the side of the alley, and they're all done now, but that was a really pretty show. That was hyssop right there on the hill. Matt did he has this bark grinder, or I don't even know what it's called, and he ground all the stuff from last year and he laid it all in this path. We do need to mulch, but everything takes time. Matt started all these peppers. I think there's banana peppers and maybe green peppers. And so we're going to plant them, but we haven't decided where we're going to plant them yet. And so they're in here in these little containers. They're growing. They look good, but I don't even know, do you pick them right now? I don't know. And then my neighbor gave us some lettuce that it needs to be planted. I mean, everything is just, there's so much to do that we're just trying to cram everything into, the time that we have. And Matt is the one that plants things. He's the strong arm, and I'm the pointer. Put it over here, put it over there. This is a hydrangea. It's supposed to be 8 feet tall, and we've had that for 4 years now, probably. Yeah, I think it's 4 years. It's tiny. And then our hibiscus, there's like little tiny growth on there, and so I don't think it's gonna really do much, which is a bummer because it was really pretty last year. So tons of volunteer poppies and feverfew and Dara. There's tons of Dara. There's Dara everywhere back here. There's cosmos popping up. There's alyssum. We even have some snapdragons that are volunteering up in the front yard that I noticed. So I just kind of like got the mulch away from them to see if they'll do anything, because how cute would that be? There's Queen of the Prairie right there, which I love. This one is probably one of the only ones that looks good, probably because it's in this cage, which is ridiculous. Tons of volunteer coneflowers right there. Yarrow, the yarrow spreads like crazy, so we've been like pulling it out all over the place. And also the that's some phlox from our neighbor too, and daylilies I think right there. I don't know, there's so much work to do back here, so I can't think of that weed where the butterflies, it'll come to me later now, but I've been saying it all summer because I can't believe that we have like 5 of those growing. Anyways, so that is our backyard garden, and it's not much, but it'll look better in a little while, I suppose. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and just giving you a last little glance at my favorite place right now. I mean, when you redo a room, it becomes your favorite place. And summer is so short here, so we have like probably maybe 3 months left to really enjoy this little space here, and then it will have to be closed up because there's no heat in there, and it's, you know, a 3-season porch, so it won't be somewhere where we enjoy in the winter. Only 3 or 4 months, 3 to 5 months out of the year, but that's okay because I really love it and we spend a lot of time out here. So thank you so much for watching this kind of little weird video, and I hope to see you soon.